This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Washington football team. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to office selected.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Play action. It's Wilson.
They still playing soccer.
Man open, that's Ray McLeod. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Goodwin, and he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way,
and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquise Goodwin. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Wilson going to throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. He's at the 50.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go play action with Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Right there, 56. Buzz.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On play action, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Look at me. Zipper.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result could be something you don't like.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
I got one. Echo. Where's my guy? 55.
Play action. Now Wilson. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They're running it. 132.
Balaj. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. They'll run here with Balaj. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Kalen Balaj His third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Check 24.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Wilson. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st down, Wilson.
Right here.
Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Let's go.
Picked off around the 41. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Cameron Sutton on the tackle. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope. And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Get the ball right here. Let's go. 66.
Here's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Loss of 6. Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 42-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson.
I'm trying to collect.
That is caught by Lamb. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Touchdown! Kalen Balaj with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
56 is the mic. Check, Joe.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
35's the mic. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 35, Mike 30. Gone. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. But gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Wilson now to throw on third down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to want
touchdown, Packers. Russell Gage, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Hey, wahoo!
On third down, Lawrence. He's got a man, complete. The 20.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
Touchdown, Washington. Scotty Miller, 77 yards. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, That's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field. We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. That catch good for only a couple. Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
Charlie, tight end's right. Watch tight.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They go play action now. Wilson going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Packers 26, Washington 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. On the move to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
56. Hey, Alpha. 56.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down, it's Gibson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Check 26, check 26.
Here's Gibson on the read option, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. The quarterback will keep it himself. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson buying, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. From the gun on third down, Wilson. And now here is another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise...
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. Now Wilson on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he had a nifty little deke juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. On first and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, it got to him, so they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Left side to Lamb. And now this is going to be close. The defense says that. They stopped him, and they did. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep this time for Miller. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And this is caught, and it's a Packers touchdown. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, right 7. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Go. Mike, 56. Mike, go.
Here's Lawrence. Going up top for Miller.
Come to my world.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Yes.
Now Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
56 the Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And mercifully, he'll go down. As that play was an utter mess. That might be kind. And the try for 2 unsuccessful. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Slings this deep for McLaurin, and that is incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there.
but unsuccessful. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by James Bradbury. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Wilson to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off. That's one of those interceptions watching from up here. The quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center, because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper position to block.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Washington. KJ Hamler, 99 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Lawrence will throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return, it's Cam Sutton.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.